So, I will take the responsibility to deliver you all from the ocean of material existence.
I eternally worship Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the root of the Krishna Bhakti tree, who is the Agastya Muni who forcibly swallows the ocean of repeated birth and death, who is a rising full moon which increases the ocean of the saintly person's welfare, and who is the sun which dissipates the darkness of ignorance, cast by the various classes of miscreants.
I eternally worship Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the root of the tree of Krishna Bhakti, who wandered on every path in Bengal, dancing, singing, and calling out, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, and who lovingly bestowed merciful, sidelong glances upon those who were not compassionate to even their own self. Hare Krishna. 8.
I eternally worship Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the root of the Krishna Bhakti tree, who held the supremely soft lotus hand of his brother, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, whose heart became filled with the highest bliss when the two brothers gazed into each other's faces, and who wandered here and there, delighting the townspeople with his sweetness.
May Sri Nityananda Prabhu place his lotus feet in the heart of one who lovingly recites this unprecedented Nityananda Ashtaka, which is the reservoir of rasa, the greatest treasure of the most exalted of Rasika Vaishnavas, and the storehouse of the essence of Bhakti Rasa. This Ashtaka is sung in the melody known as Shikharini. Hare Krishna.
Shri Nityananda Ram ki jai.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vishaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Vacharine Nirvisheshashanyavani Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Nitai Gauranga, Gaura Hari, Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Gaura Hari. Jaya Radha Kalachandji Radha Kalachandji Radhe. Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Krishna, Krishna, Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Nitai Gauda Haribo, 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 Gauda Haribo. Jai Gauda Haribo, 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 Haribo. Oh, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Hey, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Ah, Gauda Hare, Gauda Hare. Gauda Hare, Gauda Hare. Gauda, 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 Gauda Hare. Gauda, 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 Gauda Hare. Hey, Gauda, 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 Gauda Hare. Hey, Gauda, 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 Gauda Hare. Bolo Nitai Gauda Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribo. I don't know. I haven't. Hare Rama, Ram. Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Oops, sorry. So we'll be singing a bhajan named Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole. So if you could open it up on your phones and we can quickly read the translation. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole. Nachre Amar Man. So it's Doyal Nitai Chaitanya. If you search that, you would get it. So, translation. Chanting the holy name Doyal Nitai Chaitanya, oh my mind, please dance. Oh my mind, please dance. Oh my mind, please dance. Oh, such a merciful personality as Nityananda Prabhu is not to be found anywhere. He suffers a beating from Jagai and Madai and still gives them the love of God. Oh, when your offenses are being vanquished, you will obtain the treasure of love of God. But in these names of Chaitanya and Nitai, there is no consideration of offenses. Once you have a taste for the holy name of Krishna, bondage to this world will come to an end. Oh, when there is attachment to the holy name of Krishna, the life of a living being very easily becomes successful. Without affection for Krishna, life is simply useless. At the end of life, you will obtain the beautiful vision of Radha and Shyam in Vrindavan, but only when the mercy of Lord Gaura is first received. This is the end of the translation. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namah. Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Saraswati Deve Gauravani Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Yeah, keep it going. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachre Amar Man. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachre Amar Man. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachre Amar Man. Nachre Amar Man, Nachre Amar Man. Nachre Amar Man, Nachre Amar Man. दोयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मन दोयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मन चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मन दोयाल तो नहीं है दोयाल तो नहीं है मार के प्रेम दे दोयाल तो नहीं है ओरे अपराधे दूरे जाबे प्रभु प्रेमदान ओरे अपराधे दूरे जाबे प्रभु प्रेमदान दोयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मन दोयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मन 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 दोयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मन दोयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मन विचार तो नहीं है विचार तो नहीं है ओ न में अपराधे विचार तो नहीं है तकोन कृष्ण नामे रुचि हबे गुचि बेबंधन तकोन कृष्ण नामे रुचि हबे गुचि बेबंधन विचार तो नहीं है विचार तो नहीं है ओ न में अपराधे विचार तो नहीं है ताको कृष्ण नामे रुचि हबे गुचि बेबंधन ताको कृष्ण नामे रुचि हबे गुचि बेबंधन दोयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मन दोयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मन 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 दोयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मन दोयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मन नाच रे अमर अनुराग तो हबे है अनुराग तो हबे है कृष्ण नामे अनुराग तो हबे है तको नानय से सफल हबे जीवेर जीवन तको नानय से सफल हबे जीवेर जीवन कृष्ण अनुराग तो हबे है अनुराग तो हबे है कृष्ण नामे अनुराग तो हबे ताको अनय से सफल हबे जीवेर जीवन ताको अनय से सफल हबे जीवेर जीवन दोयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मन दोयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मन नाच रे अमर मान, नाच रे अमर मान, नाच रे अमर मान, नाच रे अमर मान। दयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मान, दयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मान। जीवन तो मीछे है, जीवन तो मीछे है, कृष्ण रति बिना जीवन तो मीछे है। ऐसे वृंदावन राधा श्यामेर पबे दर्शन, ऐसे वृंदावन राधा श्यामेर पबे दर्शन। गौर कृपा है, गौर कृपा है, कृष्ण रति बिना गौर कृपाले है, ओ गौर कृपाले है, गौर कृपाले है, कृष्ण रति बिना गौर कृपाले है। ऐसे वृंदावन राधा श्यामेर पावे दर्शन, ऐसे वृंदावन राधा श्यामेर पावे दर्शन। दयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मान, दयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मान। नाच रे अमर मान, नाच रे अमर मान, नाच रे अमर मान, नाच रे अमर मान। दयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मान, दयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मान। गौर कृपाले है, 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 ओ गौर कृपाले है, ओ गौर कृपाले है। दयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मान, दयाल निताय चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मान।
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Oh Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Gaura Hari. Nitai Gauranga, Gaura Hari. Oh Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Nitai 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 Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Gaura Hari. Nitai Gauranga, Gaura Hari. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram. 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 Oh, Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram. 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 Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. Nitai Gauranga, Gaura Hari. Nitai Gauranga, Gaura Hari. Nitai Gauranga, Gaura Hari. Nitai Gauranga, Gaura Hari. Jaya Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram. Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram. Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Gaura Premanandi.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
They have two mics.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Nityananda Mahajana ki. So today is a really different experience for those of us who are teachers at TKG Academy than what we've had usually in the past. This year, I'm standing here representing Mother Nitya Kishore and all of the TKG Academy teachers who guide a whole group of students. For those of you who may not know, we have preschool to high school at TKG Academy. Welcome to those of you. I see a few new faces in the audience. And this is a elementary school, middle school, high school. And we teach children through Bhakti principles. And so Lord Nityananda's Appearance Day is a really amazing opportunity for them to really understand core Bhakti principles, and I'm going to explain a little bit of that in a minute right now. One of my former students, our school's former students, Draupadi, can you come here, please? Can you come? She has joined this year as assistant teacher. And just 3 or 4 years ago, you saw her standing up here doing presentations for festivals with all of the girls and all of the boys. And I've had the privilege of now learning what I did right and what I did wrong. Because she reminds me that when I was a kid, when this happened, this is how I felt. And when we would do this type of presentation, those of us who were sitting there would experience this. And so it's kind of like a next level for me personally in guiding the group. And then of course, as we work with all of the teachers, just learning and churning, how do we really bring bhakti with academic excellence? And so, you can go back there if I'm making you awkward. One thing that she pointed out to me was that as we were preparing for the presentation today, was that we usually prepared for presentations, but what about just kirtan? When are we going to just hang out and do kirtan at the school? And she explained to me how in Krishna House they do so much kirtan. Every day is kirtan. And it wasn't about who knew how to sing perfectly, but it was about every single person being involved and getting a chance to use the microphone. And in the Gurukul group, because my focus was always external presentations, the children who weren't confident to sing may have felt uncomfortable or shy or didn't want to participate in it. So that was a really big learning for me, and what that encouraged us to do as we thought about Lord Nityananda's mood. Lord Nityananda accepts all of our qualifications, even those that we may consider to be mistakes. And Lord Nityananda, Jagai Madhai Hoite Mui Se Papishta, he accepted Jagai and Madhai. And he doesn't check to see, are you perfect? As a matter of fact, where there are imperfections is where he goes. And so with that mood, we decided that even though we have such a strong plan in February, we're going to let the children put a play on themselves, the upper elementary and middle school students, and we're going to allow them to direct it themselves and watch them shine without teachers in the way correcting them and advising them and making them stressed out. So this is the first time that the students are putting on a beautiful skit, as Lord Nityananda would wake up in the morning and take all of his friends and just spontaneously, the children are here putting this play on for you, and we are embracing and approving of all of our mistakes and all of our disqualifications. We approve of our mistakes and our disqualification. And so in that mood, Gandharvika rose to the occasion, and she will be the narrator, and she directed this. I want to say just like 2 or 3 days. And let's give them a big round of applause. And so usually our presentations have weeks and months of practice, but I'm very proud of them. And I'd like you to give them another round of applause as they get started.
Oh no, Jagai and Madai, look! We have to run!
Okay, no. Okay, stand right there. Once in the land of Navadweep Dham, two crazy men terrorized the villages. They plundered, attacked, and killed. These men were known as Jagai and Mudai. The whole village was afraid to go anywhere near these two men. They scared away little children and beat men and women. These men were constantly drunk and fought with each other all the time. The villagers prayed to their Lord for help. When Lord Nityananda grew up, he met his beautiful brother, Lord Gauranga. Together, they would engage in sweet Sankirtan, singing Krishna's holy names. He went to every house, every door, ready to give pure love for Krishna to everyone he meets. Lord Nityananda was always accompanied with Haridas Thakur. Sometimes Haridas Thakur would complain to Lord Chaitanya.
Why have you made me accompany such a madman, such an avaduta? You sent me with this restless boy. Every time I think he's near me, he's gone off to some other place. In the monsoon season, the river is filled with dangerous crocodiles, but Nitai, he tries to catch them while swimming. I loudly try to call him from the banks, but he simply ignores my warning and floats fearlessly with the crocodiles. Sometimes he'll steal ghee and butter from the village men and then run away. I have to go and then beg pardon on their behalf, but then they catch me and beat me instead. He rides on the back of an ox and calls himself Lord Shiva. If I try to tell him something, he scolds me and says, "What can your Lord Gauranga do to me? I'm his older brother. I'm not afraid of him." Today we saw two drunks lying in the streets. Dangerous brahmanas.
Haridas, come, let's preach to these fallen souls who have fell for the trap of the material world.
No, I don't think that is a very good idea, because they might want to kill us or hurt us.
But my heart feels great pain and sorrow by just seeing this sight.
Of course, you know what is best, but please promise me one thing. If they show any signs of wanting to hurt you or kill you, we are leaving.
Yes, I promise. Hare Krishna. Please, could you just take a moment to preach the...
Why have you come here? How dare you come here without a permission? Get out of here. We don't want you or your silly little followers.
But please, just take at least 1 second or a moment to preach with us.
Get out of here!
The next day, Lord Nityananda came with all of his friends and followers.
Why have you come Krishna?
Yeah, you say that.
Chant the names of Gauranga and be happy.
Not again.
Haven't you learned from last time?
Yeah, why have you come here again?
But please, at least just say it once and all your...
Do you have a...
Wait, please, just listen to me at least just once. Surrender yourself to Lord Chaitanya and all your sins will be forgotten.
Do you want to die today?
Do you have a death wish?
Let's leave. They might hurt us.
Yeah, you might want to listen to your partner because we are going to hurt you.
But please just chant the name of Radha and Krishna.
That's enough.
Stop! You've done this. I'll kill you. Wait.
Brother, please. Just spare them at least just once.
They have hurt you, my brother, and that is the greatest offense. I must punish them.
But please, we have come to this age to cleanse these souls, not to harm them.
To draw the blood of a pure devotee is the greatest crime. They cannot be forgiven.
But haven't you just seen earlier, Jagai had just tried to save me.
Jagai saved you?
But also Madai too.
Because of Lord Nityananda's mercy, you have been forgiven as well.
Jagai and Madai became devotees. Every day they would go to the Ganga and beg forgiveness from all of the villagers that they hurt. The villagers were a little wary and scared, but Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya assured them that these are devotees. All of their sins were forgiven, and they tried to become friends. They got initiated as Jagannath Das and Madhava Das. Jagai and Madai relates to our lives too. People all over the world are still suffering. We must work together to preach and spread the movement to all the poor suffering people, like Jagai and Madai. Jagai and Madai's story may not seem relative, but it is very much so. There are so many people suffering in America. Let's work together to help all of these suffering people. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gauda Haribo, 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 Nitai Gauda Haribo. Now I'm gonna say the names of the people who did it, because, oh yeah. Lord Chaitanya was played by Vara.
Take a bow, guys. Take a bow when you're done like that.
Lord Nityananda was played by Axon. Madai was played by Veda. Jagai was played by Somya. Devotee number 1 was played by Ananji. Devotee number 2 was played by Devaki. Devotee number 3 and Crocodile was Rajraj. Haridas Thakur was played by Aurav. Devotee number 4 and Crocodile was Part. And devotee number 5 and Crocodile was played by Eric. And devotee number 6 was played by Rade.
And the director and narrator was Gandharvika. Haribo. So we're not done. We've got more in store for you today. We also were working on the song Nitai Pada Kamala, which in 15 years I've never worked with a group of kids on, because you get confused if it's a 2-beat or a 3-beat, and that's not my strength. But with all of the kids, they know how to do it. So many of them knew how to do it in a 2-beat. Draupadi and I were like, okay, we have to figure this out. And so even the younger students, the lower elementary students who are also extremely intelligent young men and women, and I'm going to request them right now to stand up and come and sit in your spots, have memorized and understood the purport of this beautiful song, Nitai Pada Kamala. So go ahead and take a seat in your spot, and the older students can sit down behind them. And this is participatory. So you all remember where you're sitting, remember? We had practiced the oldest to youngest line. Yeah. No, up here. So up here, you're sitting in the front right here. So go ahead. Chaitanya Charan's over here. Chaitanya Charan. And Kanai. Kanai is the leader of this group. He's excellent and expert at guiding all of these boys and girls. Go ahead. All right. Mother Draupadi, can you help them get, it's in the row? In the order? Okay. So another practice that we did was in this mood of understanding that we do make mistakes, and if we're going to get to where we want to go, we need to be really excited about the mistakes that we make, because success is only a bunch of steps of failure. And if you get stuck at the failure point and don't keep going, then you'll never get to your destination. So with this mood, I will be identifying all the students wrote prayers to the Lord, to Lord Nityananda, first by identifying what their mistakes are. Sometimes I get sad or I get frustrated about this or that, and a few of them will be speaking that today. And I will start by apologizing and identifying a mistake that I have made, that sometimes I have to push the kids and pressure them and like get them to reach those high scores or take those tests. And this causes frustration and stress and anxiety and burning in their hearts. And that burning can be cooled by the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. And that's what this song is about, Nitai Pada Kamala. His cooling rays of his lotus feet are enough to get rid of any of that tension or any of that stress. With that mood, and very relevant to the kids, they identified things that they were stressed about that they could offer to Lord Nityananda and have Lord Nityananda's blessing to relieve that. So after we do the kirtan, a few of them will be standing up to offer their prayer to Lord Nityananda. And we also request everybody who is here, perfection is the goal only if you can bring along your imperfection with you. And that's what Lord Nityananda asks us to do. And so without further ado, let's give them a big round of applause, the younger students. And before they get started, I ask all of them to sit comfortably, take up space. You're here in this world meant to be seen. And so sit with your back straight, scoot over a little if you need more space, and be peaceful. And they'll sing 2 lines, and then if we request that the rest of you can sing 2 lines, if you can see it here, maybe Mother Premamrita, are you okay to turn it a little that way? The screen, yeah, a little facing so the devotee's back there. Or pull this up on your phones, and we will get started. Ready, and go. They're gonna sing, and then you sing, okay? Jai Chaya Jagata Juda. And now everybody please. Jai Chaya Jagata Juda.
Henoni tai bine bai Radha Krishna paitena.
Henoni tai bine bhai Radha Krishna paite nai. Drida Gauri Dharo Drida Gauri Dharo Nitarpa. Everybody please. Drida
Se sambandha nahi jar Ta janma gela tar.
Se sambandha nahi jar
वृथा जन्म गेलोता
से संबंध नहीं जा वृथा जन्म गेलोता
से संबंध नहीं जा वृथा जन्म गेलोता
से पशु बड़ो दुराचार से पशु बड़ो दुराचार.
Everybody please. Se pashu bodo durachar. Se pashu bodo durachar.
Nitai na balila muke Jilo samsara suke One more time. Jilo samsara suke Nitai na balila muke Jilo samsara suke
Vanchilo samsara sukhe
Vidya kule ki kari beta Vidya kule ki kari beta
Vidya kule
Kare matta hoya Tai bada pasariya
This one again. Ahankare
hoya
Nitai pada pasariya
Satya Korimani Asatere Satya Korimani Asatere Satya Korimani Asatere
This one?
Nitai
করুণা হবে ব্রজে রাধা কৃষ্ণ পাবে
Nitai karuna হবে ব্রজে রাধা কৃষ্ণ পাবে
নিতাই করুণা হবে ব্রজে রাধা কৃষ্ণ Nitai Sharana Dukhani Daro Nitai
Sing with me, okay?
Taye charana satyam tahara sevaka nityam. Koros nitai pada sada koros nitai Narotama Paradukhe Madhilo Paradasuki Narotama Paradukhe Nitai More Korosuki.
We're doing the last line. Yeah.
Koranga Charana Pasha Koranga Charana Pasha.
Okay, Nita.
Koti Chanja Sushitala. Jai Chayai Jagata Jurai. Jai Chayai Jagata Jurai. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Yeah. Shri Nityananda Mahajan ki jai. If all the students can stand up who are about to read the translation, and we'll pass the mic. All right.
The lotus feet of Lord Nityananda are a shelter where one will get the soothing moonlight, not only of one but of millions of moons.
If the world wants to have real peace, it should take shelter of Lord Nityananda.
Unless one takes shelter under the shade of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, it will be very difficult for him to approach Radha Krishna. If one actually wants to enter the dancing party of Radha and Krishna, he must firmly catch hold of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda.
Anyone who has not established his relationship with Nityananda Prabhu is understood to have spoiled his valuable human birth.
Such a human being is actually an uncontrollable animal.
Because he never uttered the holy name of Nityananda, he has become merged with his so-called happiness.
What can his useless education and family tradition do to help him?
Being maddened after false prestige and identification with the body, one is thinking, oh, what is Nityananda?
What can he do for me? I don't care. The result is that he is accepting something false to be truth.
If you actually want to approach the association of Radha Krishna, you must first achieve the mercy of Lord Nityananda.
When he is merciful toward you, then you will be able to approach Radha Krishna. Therefore, you should firmly grasp the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda.
The lotus feet of Nityananda are not illusion, they are a fact.
One who engages in the transcendental loving service of Nityananda is also transcendental. Always try to catch the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. This Narottam Das is very unhappy. Therefore, I am praying to Lord Nityananda to make me happy. My dear Lords, please keep me close to Lord's feet.
Haribo. And we have 3 students who had asked to say their prayers.
4.
So 4 students. So in a matter of time, we'll go quickly from one to the next. Okay, everyone else can take a seat. Riseshri will start us off.
Dear Lord Nityananda, you are so merciful, even to the lowest class brahmanas, Jaga and Mother. Thank you so much for giving me the facility to go to the temple almost every day. Please be kind enough to me to let me wash your clothes. I want to wash your clothes because your sweat smells like lotus flowers. And please be kind enough to let me play with you.
I am sad when I don't get what I want. I will be happy when I see Lord Chaitanya. Dear Lord Nityananda, your lotus feet are soft and beautiful. Thank you for all the things that you have done for the world and the suffering people you have made devotees. Please help me become a great devotee of you.
Dear Lord Nityananda, you helped so many people, you also helped me too, but I want to control my mind. Please help me control it.
The students, without prompting, were passing the mic amongst themselves. If you allow them to accept their mistakes, approve of their mistakes, and offer those mistakes to the Lord, you will see that they will increase their motivation on their own to become Vaishnavas and do whatever needs to be done. Hare Krishna, thank you. All right, students, we can line up outside. Pay your obeisances, and we can line up outside. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki jai. Let's give the kids a big Haribo. Haribo! So now we'll have a class by His Grace Mathurnath Prabhu. And just as we're getting set up for that, I was thinking how wonderful it was. What better way for us to call out for the mercy of Lord Nityananda than through these wonderful young children. So thank you so much for the wonderful presentation. And now if we could just make a little space here for Mathurnath Prabhu.
Or should I just keep Lord Nityananda's picture? Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Here, I'll move this chair. Let me cross through here. I got it.
take it around here. Yeah, that way I can read my cheat sheet. All right, thank everyone. That's a hard act to follow, so but I'll try. So we're just going to go right into, because we're running about 30 minutes late, so going to go right into class. And so today we're going to be speaking mostly about pastimes of Lord Nityananda. And you know, these pastimes are actually the highest philosophy, because with these pastimes we can actually remember Krishna, which is our goal, is to always remember Krishna. And with these pastimes we also learn with these pastimes we also learn about Lord Nityananda and about Lord Chaitanya. And if you don't know something about somebody, how can you love them? It's just like if I said John Smith, how many would know anything about John Smith? But if I'd said Nityananda or Chaitanya Chandra, immediately so many things would come into your mind. You would know where they live, so many things about them. So with these pastimes, we can learn about the Lord, and we can actually learn to love him, because once you learn something about somebody, or you can't love somebody unless you know something about them. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, a little bit about the pastimes. And you probably have heard most of these pastimes many times, but pastimes are nectar. So who doesn't like nectar? So I may be repeating what somebody had said, but we're going to, to hear them over and over again. That's how you remember these pastimes. So we'll chant Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Brindam. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Brindam. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Brindam. Jai Lord Nityananda Rama Ki Jai. So the word Nitya, who knows what the word Nitya means? Eternal, it means always. And Ananda is bliss. So Lord Nityananda, he was always in bliss. He never got angry. He was just always blissful, thinking about Lord Chaitanya and chanting his names. And he's also called the second body of the Lord, because we know, just like we heard earlier, he manifested himself as Balaram to Sri Krishna, Lakshman to Sri Ram, and Nityananda to Nityananda to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And there's a story that I'll tell about how Nityananda became as an older brother of Lord Chaitanya. If you remember back during Lord Ram's time, when Sita was, they were in the forest, and Ravana sent this golden deer to actually tempt Sita that Lord Ram would go and get the deer. And so what happened was that when the deer came and Lord Ram, Sita said she wanted the deer, and Lord Ram went after the deer. And we know this deer was actually a demon called Marichi. And so he told Lakshman, you stay here and you protect Sita. Don't let anything happen to her. So when Lord Ram went, he actually killed the demon, and the demon had a voice that sounded just like Ram, and it was saying, Lakshman, Lakshman, Sita, help me, help me. And so Sita told Lakshman, go and help him. And Lakshman thought, no, I got to stay here. Ram told me to stay here. And she said, oh, you just want to stay here because you want me for yourself. And so that hurt Lakshman so much. So he went, and when he saw Ram had already killed the demon, and he said, where is Sita? So when they came back, Sita was gone. Ravana had kidnapped her. So he chastised Lakshman, why did you leave her? And then later on, when Mother Sita came, Lord Ram told Lakshman that you have to go and tell her that I can't accept her because she's been with another man. And Lakshman thought, how can I do that? How can I tell Sita this? And so he told her, and she said, well, build a fire. And so he told Lakshman, build a fire. And Lakshman said, I can't build a fire that Sita can walk into. But he did, and she did that. And then later when they came to Ayodhya, and Lord Ram was in disguise going around hearing what the people had to say about his rule, well, he heard this one man say, I'm not like Lord Ram. I won't be with a woman that's been with another man. So Ram told Lakshman, okay, I want you to take Sita to the ashram of Valmiki Muni. And when you get there, you tell her she can't come back. She's banished. And so this hurt Lakshman so much. And so he was driving Sita, and she loved to go to the different ashrams. And Lakshman was crying and crying, and Sita said, Lakshman, why are you crying? We're going on like a little pilgrimage here. And when he got there, he had to tell her that you're banished. You can't come back to Ayodhya. And so after that, Lakshman said, from now on, I'm coming back as the Lord's older brother. He said, I'm not coming back as a younger brother anymore because he can't tell me what to do. So this is how he comes as his older brother. And we see that with, I was thinking one example might be Lord Balaram when Krishna wanted him to be in the battle of Kurukshetra, and he said, no, I'm not. I'm going to go on pilgrimage. So we know that all of the forms and expansions of the Lord emanate from this second body. And as Vishnu Tatma, he and Advaitacharya, they're worshipped in the same category as Lord Chaitanya. And as Nityananda Prabhu said this morning, in his earthly pastimes, earthly Leela, Lord Nityananda is senior to Lord Chaitanya by more than a decade, like 12 years. So we know Lord Nityananda, he's very beautiful like Lord Chaitanya, and it says his garments are like a cluster of blue lotus flowers, and his effulgence is said to surpass the rising sun, rising moon at moonset. And his arms would extend down below his knees. And they say this is the sign of a great personality. So if you stand up and your arms go down below your knees, that's a sign you might be a great personality. But that's not all the indications. So, and it says he has a deep melodious voice, and he was constantly singing the glories of Lord Chaitanya and Krishna. And he has this carefree mood of an avadut. And does everyone know what an avadut is? It says an avadut in Sanskrit, it means it's like a mystic or a saint who's beyond duality and beyond the common worldly concerns. He doesn't really care about social etiquette. He said he roams free like a child on the face of the earth. And it says also that an avadut, he doesn't really identify with his mind or his body. It said an avadut is a person who is pure consciousness in human form. And this was definitely Lord Nityananda. And he said he had this carefree mood, and he was always absorbed in the love of Godhead. And no one knew what he was going to do next. Sometimes he would just jump in the air and just fall down unconscious. And then sometimes he would roar like a lion. If you ever heard a lion roar, it's like very powerful. And he would, again, fall down unconscious. And he would be unconscious for hours and sometimes days. And sometimes he would come and he even forgot to wear clothes. He would come before Mother Sita, and he would not have any clothes on. He'd have a turban, but he wouldn't have anything else on. So that's Lord Nityananda. He was always in bliss. And Lord Nityananda was born in a Brahmin family in a village called ISKCON. And what does Eka mean? One. Eka means one. And what does chakra mean? It's the wheel, like we saw. So ISKCON means it's the place actually where Arjuna, when they were fighting the battle, his wheel came off, and we know Lord Krishna picked it up and he ran toward Bhishma to kill Bhishma. So this is where ISKCON. And so we know his father's name was Hadai Pandit, and his mother's name was Padmavati. And at that time, there was a massive drought in the whole area. But as soon as Lord Nityananda appeared, it started to rain immediately, and flowers started to bloom, and crops started to come out, and there was never any other need for anything in that village after he appeared. There was no more famine, no more poverty, and it was all due to the appearance of Lord Nityananda. And we know that Lord Nityananda, he was so beautiful and so kind. He was God, but he hid his opulences just to be able to enjoy intimately with his devotees. And it's said that if anybody ever had any difficulties, any problems, any anxiety, they could take Lord Nityananda on their lap, and they could look at his smiling face and his beautiful eyes, and it said all their anxiety would go away. And you think, well, this is a material world, and what did Ravana say? What did Hiranyakasipu say to Prahlad when he said, "What did you learn in school today?" What did Prahlad answer? He said, the whole world is full of anxiety. He said, everyone is suffering from anxiety because they identify with this body. So when they looked at Lord Nityananda's face, how is it that these problems could disappear? Well, it wasn't really actually that the problems disappeared. It was that when you look at Lord Ram's face, Lord Nityananda's face, you would see this sweet smile, and you would see his beautiful eyes, and you would realize that all these problems that you thought you had, they're totally insignificant. They just become, and I remember several times when I've had some maybe problems or difficulties, I've come before Srimati Radharani, and they say, if you come and you see Srimati Radharani giving her blessings, all these problems that you thought were so big and everything, they all just, kind of becomes totally insignificant. So this is what happened when people would take little Nitai on their lap. So we saw from the play today, in his childhood pastimes, Lord Nityananda, his greatest pleasure was acting out the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. And he would gather his friends together in the morning, and they would, through the entire day, they would just do these plays. And there were actually dramas that were enacting Krishna's pastimes. And they would do Krishna Lila, they would do Ram Lila, they would do Nrsinga Lila, Varaha. We had Lord Varaha's appearance today, Varaha Lila. And who knows what Lord Nityananda's favorite part. Sometimes he would be the director, and sometimes he would be in the play. So what was his favorite part to play? Anyone guess? Lakshman. He loved to play Lakshman. So one day he was playing Lakshman, and one of the boys was Ravana, and the boy, he threw a flower at Nityananda, and he said, just see if you can withstand the Shakti of my era. And he threw this flower and hit Nityananda little Nitai right in the chest, and immediately he fell unconscious. And so the boys are thinking, okay, wow, he's doing a great job. And then they waited, and they waited, and they waited, and he didn't, get up. They were thinking, get up now, we can finish the play. But he didn't. And so then everybody came, and the parents came. Hadai Pandit came, the mother came, and they did not see any sign of life in the body of Lord Nityananda. And so everybody was in total anxiety. And so then one of the boys remembered that Lord Nityananda told us that if he gets unconscious, that we should send Hanuman to the Gandha Madana mountain, and to get this special herb and bring it back. And so then they started, okay, let's do that. So the boy who was playing Hanuman, he went to the mountain, and he killed the crocodile, and so many pastimes that Hanuman had to go through but to get this mountain, fighting the Gandharvas. And then he brought the mountain back, and when he did, he gave it to one of the boys who took it and put it in front of Lord Nityananda's nose, and immediately Lord Nityananda woke up and everything was fine, and they continued with their play. So this was one of his favorite things to do. And so his father asked him one time, he said, how is it that you know all these details, all the details of these scriptures so perfectly? And Lord Nityananda would just look at him and he said, well, these are my pastimes. What can I say? And it said nobody really understood what he meant when he said that. So when Lord Nityananda when little Nitai was 12 years old, this sannyasi came to his house, to the house of Adai Pandit, and he spoke the whole night about Krishna. And then the next morning, Adai Pandit, he offered his obeisances to the sannyasi, and he said, please ask me anything you want that I have, I'll give it to you. And of course, he was a Brahmin, and he really didn't have that much. And so the sannyasi, what did he ask for? He said, well, I'm going on pilgrimage. He said, can I have your son? He said, can you give me your son, Nityananda, and he will be a nice assistant for me. So some of you parents can just imagine that if a sannyasi came to your house and said, hey, can I take your son and let him go with me on pilgrimage? And imagine that there's no internet, there's no telephones, there's no email. So when the boy left, you probably would more than likely never see him again. Although this was like probably the most painful thing Adai Pandit and Mother Padmavati had ever done, they understood that they had made their promise and they had to fulfill it. So little Nitai, he was just fine. He was blissful. Yes, let's go on parikram. And so the sannyasi took him. And so when the people in the village heard this, they all just started running and said, what have you done? And they started running, trying to find this sannyasi. And they said, look, we'll give him our son, but don't let Nitai leave. And so they ran and ran, but they couldn't find him because little Nitai, he was already gone. And so after that, Adai Pandit, he didn't eat for 2 whole weeks. And he couldn't sleep. And the only thing that was really keeping him alive was the memory of little Nitai. And ultimately, after a few months, and he was chanting the name Nitai Chan, he passed from this world. And it says that soon after that, also Mother Padmavati left this world. So little Nitai, he continued to travel. He traveled for like 20 years, going to different holy places. And when he finally met Lord Chaitanya, it was in the year 1506. And he was 32 years old, and Lord Chaitanya was 12 years old. So after traveling all around and going on pilgrimage, Lord Nityananda, he went to the house of Srivas Pandit, and he returned to Vrindavan. And he had this vision that Lord Krishna was performing his Leela in Navadvip. But we know that at that time, Lord Chaitanya hadn't really established his Sankirtan movement. So Lord Nityananda decided, okay, I'm going to wait here in Vrindavan and until the signal comes and the Lord begins his Sankirtan movement. And so it was 20 years. After that, he could understand in his heart, in the core of his heart, that Lord Chaitanya was now actually performing this Sankirtan movement, chanting Hare Krishna in all the streets. And so Lord Nityananda, he went to Navadvip, but when he got there, he didn't tell anybody where he was. And he went to the house of Nandana Acharya. And so the next morning, Lord Chaitanya, he told the devotees, he said, I had this amazing dream last night. He said, I saw this extraordinary chariot which had the flag of a palm tree, which is the flag of Lord Balaram, right? The flag of a palm tree. And he said, it says the sign of Lord Balaram. And there was a very large and beautiful personality on that chariot. He said, he was repeating over and over again, where is the house of Nimai Pandit? Where is the house of Nimai Pandit? And he said, I can understand that this person is none other than Balaram himself. And he said, you must go and find him. So he sent Haridas Prabhu and Srivas to find Lord Nityananda. And so they went and they searched for like the whole village. They searched for like 9 hours. And they came back and they said, we weren't able to find him. And so Lord Chaitanya said, don't worry, I know exactly where he is. So he took them to Nanda Acharya's house. And it says from that time, the two brothers, they were always together. And then Lord Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya, he took Lord Nityananda to meet his mother, Mother Sachi. And we know that Mother Sachi's son, who was who? Other than Lord Chaitanya, Vishvarup. We know Vishvarup left home and took sannyas when he was a really young man. And so after he left, Mother Sachi never saw him again. But Vishvarup was also an expansion of Lord Nityananda. So they were actually the same person in two different bodies. So when Mother Sachi, she first saw Nityananda, that same love that she had for Vishvarup in her heart, it awakened. And so she embraced Lord Nityananda and she told him, you are my son. She said, you are definitely my very own son. And so once Mother Sachi had a dream, and she told Lord Chaitanya about this dream. She said, I saw you and Lord Nityananda, you were like 5-year-old boys, and you went into the temple room, and Lord Chaitanya, you grabbed Balaram, and Lord Nityananda grabbed Jagannath, and you started pulling him off the altar. You went wrestling and trying to get him off the altar. And then you started to argue. And so you were like wrestling each other and arguing with each other. And so Jagannath said, who are you two people? He said, what are you doing in our house? This is our house. You don't belong here. You need to leave. And Lord Nityananda said, no, this is the time of the cowherd boy when you were stealing butter and yogurt. He said, that's over. He said, this is the time of the power of the Brahmins, so you have to leave. And they said, no, we're not going to leave. You have to leave. And so then they started wrestling each other, and Nityananda said, I'm not afraid of your Krishna. He said, I've got Lord Gauranga in my heart. I don't worry about your Krishna. And anyway, they started grabbing sweets from each other's mouth, and then finally, Mother Sachi, when she was having this dream, she heard Lord Nityananda say, Mata, I'm hungry. I would like some rice. And so she woke up. And when she told this dream to Lord Chaitanya, he said, that really kind of solves a mystery that I had. He said, because when I would offer sandesh or some sweets, I would come back and half of it would be gone. And he said, I thought it was probably maybe Lakshmi Priya, your daughter-in-law, that might be taking it. And he said, now I actually know that these deities are actually the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he said, he blessed Mother Sachi and told her it was a wonderful, wonderful dream. And so then another time, Krishna and, Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, they were sitting there eating, and Mother Sachi was serving them. And when she came back in, so all of a sudden she saw there were two little boys, 2 5-year-old boys. One was a blackish color and one was a white color. And they had each had 4 arms. And she was like amazed. And so she went out, and then when she came back in, they were Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya. So she was like so amazed she fainted right there. And so Lord Chaitanya, he picked his mother up, and he told her, why did you faint? You dropped the rice, and why did you faint? And she just couldn't, she was so ecstatic she couldn't talk. So she went into the next room and kind of composed herself, and she just started crying because she was so filled with love for seeing this forms of that she had just seen. So we know one day Lord Chaitanya, he approached Haridas Thakur and Lord Nityananda with an amazing request. He said, I want you to go to every town, every door to door, every marketplace, every shop, every person you meet on the street, and you want to give them this message. So I want you to remember this message, because I'm going to ask you again later on, what is this message? So he says, please chant Krishna's name, please worship Krishna, and speak to others about Krishna. He wanted Nityananda and Haridas to approach everyone, and he told them, don't discriminate who's fit and who you think is unfit. I remember one time, Tamal Krishna Goswami, I was my first time to go to the airport to do book distribution, and I was scared to death. And he said, when you go there, don't try to think, well, this person will take one, but this one won't take one. He said, don't see who's fit or unfit. He said, approach everyone. And the first person I approached to was a big football player coming through. And I thought, oh my God, I got to talk to this guy. So I approached him, and the guy was so sweet. He gave me like a big donation, took a book, and I thought, wow, just the instruction of the spiritual master. So that's the same instruction that Lord Chaitanya gave to Haridas and Lord Nityananda. So when Lord Nityananda would go to people's house, they looked at him as a mendicant, and they would try to give him some rice or something, and he would say, no, I don't want anything from you. He said, I don't want your rice. I just want to give you something. And they were thinking, well, you're just a mendicant. What can you give us? And Lord Nityananda would say, he said, yes, I've come to give you this blessing. Please do these three things, which is what? Worship Krishna, chant Krishna's name, and tell others about Krishna. So he said, yeah, don't you understand that happiness that you're always looking for, birth after birth, is already there in your hearts? He said it's your love for God. So he said the chanting of the names will awaken this love that you have in your heart. So we see here is God himself, Lord Nityananda, asking and begging people, envious people, corrupt people, asking them to please become happy and take the name of God, chant the name of God. And we know some people, they would criticize Lord Nityananda, and they would accuse him of being like a thief or a lowborn or whatever. And Nityananda, he would never get angry. Nothing affected him. He would just roll in the dust, crying with tears in his eyes. And he'd say, whatever you say, I don't mind. But the one thing that does break my heart is to see you forgetting the real purpose of what your life is. Your real purpose to chant the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Lord Chaitanya gave Haridas and Lord Nityananda this request. And so when they went out, we just saw this wonderful play by the Gurukulis of Jagat Madai. So I'll just touch on that just a little bit. It says when Lord Nityananda, when Madai actually hit him on the, with the pot and actually caused blood to come down, they wouldn't listen to Lord Nityananda and Haridas. It said, but Lord Nityananda, he never considered that he had the power to actually save anyone. He considered that power actually came from Lord Chaitanya. And this was his mood in the role of a devotee. And since Jagat Madai refused to listen to Lord Nityananda, he thought, well, really, there's nothing else I can really do for them. But then when he got hit in the head by Madai, he thought, he was actually very happy. This actually pleased Lord Nityananda, because he thought, now they're going to tell Lord Chaitanya he's going to come and Lord Chaitanya is going to deliver them. But that didn't happen. Something else happened. When Lord Chaitanya came, they didn't surrender to him either. So Lord Chaitanya, what did he do? He called for his Sudarshan chakra, and he was going to kill Jagat Madai. And then Lord Nityananda what did he do? He started to give reasons why Lord Chaitanya should not kill the two sinners, two people. And one of the reasons he said is that in your previous incarnation, yeah, you would have killed these guys. You would have killed these sinners. But he said now, in this incarnation, what you do is you kill their demoniac mentality and you give them love of Godhead. But Lord Chaitanya, he didn't accept that. So then Lord Nityananda said, well, actually, it was just an accident. He said, Madai really didn't mean to hit me, and it really didn't hurt, so you shouldn't worry about it. But that didn't work either. So then he told Lord Chaitanya, he said, but actually, Jagai, he saved me. He actually stopped Madai from hurting me anymore. And as soon as saw this in the play, it was a really cute part of the play. He said, and as soon as he heard that, he said, so Jagai stopped him from hurting you anymore? He said, so instantly I'll give love of Godhead to him. And so when Madai heard this, he said, well, his heart started to change too. And he said, well, what about me? And Lord Chaitanya said, well, I can't save you because you hurt Lord Nityananda. He said, the only one that can save you is Lord Nityananda. You have to offer your obeisance to him. And so we saw from the play that actually they gave, Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda hugged them and gave them love of Godhead. And I guess it's okay if I go on. Is that okay? And so then after that, he told them, you two, don't sin anymore, don't commit any more offenses to people. And Jai Shri Radha Kalachandji Ki Jai. So he told them, for the rest of your lives, just go and serve others and love others and chant Krishna's holy name. And we know that Madhai, he felt so bad that he was constantly crying. He would not stop crying, and he was always beating his chest, saying, I hurt Nityananda. How could I have done that? And he would just cry and cry, and he would go and he would clean the bathing ghats of where the devotees would go and bathe. And he took such a humble position, and gradually the devotees started to praise them, and that's the way they spent the rest of their lives, actually. So once Lord Nityananda, Lord Nityananda, he liked to wear jewelry. It wasn't unusual for him to have a ring on every finger, and he would have anklets on. He would have necklaces. He would have bangles, bracelets, and so this one gang of thieves, they have this one, he was the head of all the thieves. He said, Mother Chandi has been so merciful to us. Look at this Lord Nityananda. If we can just steal all of his jewelry, we'll all be rich. And so they made this plan. And at that time, Lord Nityananda, he was staying at the house of Haranya Pandit in Navadvip. And so these thieves made a plan that they were going to go there at night and they were going to rob Nityananda of all his jewelry. So the first night they went, and it was dark, and they went and they had one of the thieves go as a spy, and he said, see what they're doing. So Lord Nityananda was giving a class to his disciples, and so the thief came back and he said, well, he's awake now and he's got so many people there, we should just wait. So they thought, okay, they'll wait. So they all sat down, they had their weapons, and Yoga Maya with her, what is it called, Nidra? Yoga Nidra, she made them all go to sleep. So they all fell asleep, and all of a sudden they felt the sun on their face and they heard the birds, and they all woke up and they thought, wow, we slept through the whole night. And then they started arguing, well, you're the one that should have kept us awake. No, you're the one. And the head of the thieves said, no, just let's go back. Let's worship Mother Chandi, and we'll give her some wine, some meat. We'll worship her, and then we'll be blessed, and we'll come back the next night. So they did that. They came back the next night, and they sent a spy there. And when he got there, around the whole house was these huge guards. It said just one of these guards could have easily killed all the thieves that were there. So he came back and he said, maybe this Lord Nityananda is a special person because there's these huge, looks like demigods there, and they're surrounding the house. And so they were all speculating, and then finally they thought, well, no, there must be a very, exalted, or maybe a king there or somebody there that's famous, and he has those bodyguards. So we'll go and we'll come back in 2 or 3 days. So they left, and then 2 or 3 days they came back. And so they thought, okay, now we'll go and steal the Lord Nityananda's jewelry. So what happened was that Yogamaya, she made it so dark that you couldn't see, like if you had your hand like this in front of your face, you couldn't still see your hand. It was so dark. And so they started walking around, and one of the thieves fell in a ditch, and he was bitten by mosquitoes and leeches. Another one fell in another ditch and broke some of his, like his arm, his leg. They were wandering around, running into each other. And then to top that, Lord Indra thought, okay, I'm going to give him a little more punishment, and he made it hail and started hailing coming down and just beating them, and rain, and so they were just like miserable. And then finally morning came, and they went back to their headquarters, and the head of the thieves got to thinking that maybe this Nityananda is the Supreme Lord, and his heart changed. And he immediately ran to where Lord Nityananda was, and he was sitting there with his devotees, and this thief just offered his obeisances and grabbed Lord Nityananda's feet, and he told him the whole story of what they had done. And so Lord Nityananda was so merciful, he put his foot on the head of this thief, and as soon as he did, he immediately got love of God. And so he told him, don't sin anymore. You go and you talk to the other thieves, preach to them, and he did. He became like a pure devotee. He went and he made so many other of the thieves devotees. So this is, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. These thieves, just like Jaga and Madha, it wasn't any sin that they hadn't committed, but by the mercy of Lord Nityananda, they became pure devotees. So, this is. Just like I said, one of the pastimes of how merciful Lord Nityananda was. And we know Lord Nityananda's, his life and soul was what? It was for the pleasure of pleasing Lord Chaitanya. He had no other ambition, he had no other desire. Therefore, it's declared that by all the acharyas that he's the original spiritual master. And although he's Krishna, we know that Lord Nityananda is actually Krishna, so he could accept the same position as Krishna, but he didn't do that. He would never accept that position. Therefore, he's known as servant God. He's always serving Lord Chaitanya and the devotees. And he always saw the soul of every living being as being pure. And so, on the order of Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, he went to the house of Suryadas, and he requested from Suryadas, I would like to marry your daughter. And so Suryadas, even though he knew that Lord Nityananda was actually Supreme Lord, due to Yogamaya, due to illusion, he said, no, you're a mendicant, and I'm a Brahmin, and I can't give my daughter to you. So then Nityananda just went off and sat under a tree. And so that night, Suryadas had a dream, and he saw that actually Lord Nityananda was Balaram. And at the same time, the next morning, his daughter, who was Janava, she started crying. And she was crying and crying, and all of a sudden she passed out. She fainted. And so they couldn't bring her back to consciousness, so they called the doctor. And the doctor came, and he said, she has epilepsy. And he said, there's nothing I can do for her. She's going to leave her body. And so they didn't know what to do. And then one of the Suryadas's brothers said, maybe it's because we committed offenses to Lord Nityananda. Let's go find Lord Nityananda. So they all went out, and Lord Nityananda was just sitting under a tree chanting the names of Gauranga, and they asked him to please come back. And so then Suryadas offered his daughter Janava to Lord Chaitanya. And so they arranged for a beautiful wedding, and this wedding lasts for several days, and they had this really amazing wedding ceremony. And then a few days later, Mother Janava, she was serving Lord Nityananda, and her little sister named Vasudha. She was also, and it was her desire that she also wanted to be married to Lord Nityananda. So she was helping Janava serve him, and she had this big bowl in her hands. And so she went to serve Lord Nityananda, and her sari fell off her head. And she was thinking, oh, what to do? I can't, I've got this bowl in my hand. And all of a sudden, she sprouted 2 extra arms. And she took those arms and to make her sari. And so when Lord Nityananda saw this, he said to Suryadas, he said, I would like for you to give your daughter Vasudha to me in marriage also, and as a dowry. And so he also married Vasudha. And then later on, this Vasudha, she had a son, and the son's name was Virachandra, or Virabhadra, like your brother Virabhadra. And he also, and this Vasudha also had a daughter, and the daughter's name was Ganga. And so what happened is that later on, after Vasudha had these 2 children, she passed away. And so Mother Janava, she raised the children. And we know that later on, she actually initiated this Virabhadra, and she actually became an initiating guru. And we know the glories of Mother Janava. She was one of the most greatest Vaishnavis ever. And so she raised the children and actually gave Virabhadra initiation. And it says that people would come from all over to see this Virabhadra because he was actually, it says he was incarnate of actually Lord Chaitanya. And so different people, Advaitacharya came to see him, and this one devotee came, and his name was Abhiram. And does anybody know who this Abhiram was? Yes, Sridham. He was actually Sridham. And it said he came in his, he didn't come into the world born. He came in his spiritual body to see Virabhadra. And so Lord Nityananda later on, he enjoyed Virabhadra and his children. He would travel and preach. And then he wound up his earthly pastimes by merging into the deity known as Bankarai. And this place is not far from Ekachakra. And it says the priests of the temple, they described that Lord Nityananda, he went into the temple and he actually merged into this body of Bankaram. And he departed for his unmanifest pastimes. And they say later on, they brought a deity of Mother Janava, and they put that deity to the right side of Bankaroy. And this deity, Bankaroy, there's different pastimes on how this deity came about. But one of them is that once Lord Nityananda was going to go to Vrindavan, and on his way, he took a bath in the Yamuna, and he found this deity in the clay. And so he took this deity and he cleaned the deity up and washed him nicely. And he said, look, I'm on my way to Vrindavan, but I'm going to put you in a nice cloth and I'm going to put you in this neem tree. And when I come back through, I'll take you out. We'll worship you nicely. We'll have a grand ceremony, and you'll be very pleased. I'll offer prasadam to you every day. And so Lord Nityananda he put the deity in the tree and he went to Vrindavan. But when he came back, he took a whole different route. And so that night, he had a dream. And in the dream, this deity, Bankarai, came to him and he said, so where are you? You were supposed to come back and get me. Where'd you go? And Lord Nityananda said, well, I took a different route, so I wasn't able to come back and get you. And the deity said, well, you need to come right now because you promised me and you got to live up to your promise. You said you were going to come and get me. And Lord Nityananda said, well, I'm really tired. I just got back from Vrindavan. I can't come get you right now. And he said, so what to do? And the deity said, well, all right, if you're not going to come to me, I'm going to come to you. He said, in the morning when you go take bath in the Yamuna, this same neem tree that you put me in will be floating down the Yamuna, and you come and get me, and then you can fulfill your promise. So sure enough, Lord Nityananda got up the next morning and went to the Yamuna, and there's a neem tree floating right down the Yamuna. So he goes and gets the deity, and from then on he worshiped this deity, and he offered, food to him every day. I mean, he did the grand ceremony that he had actually promised. So these are just some of the pastimes of Lord Nityananda, and it says that Vaishnavacharyas state that people who try to understand Lord Chaitanya without getting the mercy of Lord Nityananda, you'll never succeed. And we know that, I recently heard that His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj, he was saying how similar Srila Prabhupada's mission was to Lord Nityananda's, because Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, he gave Srila Prabhupada practically the same instruction as Lord Chaitanya gave to Lord Nityananda. He said, go to the West. And he said, give this, without discrimination, give this love of Godhead to the English-speaking people. And so Srila Prabhupada, we know he took that as his life and soul, and he came here with almost nothing. And you see the result. We're all here. So Lord Chaitanya, he gave Lord Nityananda the order to save the most fallen people, which most of us were in that category before we became devotees. And so let us today offer our obeisances and our sincere thanks to Lord Nityananda for giving us the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, because without his blessings, we can't get Lord Chaitanya's mercy. So, Jai Nityananda Rama Ki Jai. So, thank you very much. I don't know if we have time for questions, but it's...
Yeah, I think we'll start Kirtan now.
Okay, all right. Jai.
His Grace Maturnath Prabhu Ki Jai. Thank you so much. So we'll now have Kirtan, and followed by Prasadam at 1 o'clock. Kirtan will be led by His Grace Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu and company. So please let's all stand, and we'll do Kirtan for Lord Nityananda Prabhu. And there's an opportunity for Seva today, so if you want to do some service today on Lord Nityananda's appearance day, we need some help with cleaning up after Prasadam, washing pots and cleaning up the area we take Prasadam in. So please see me if you would like to help with that. Thank you so much. Nityananda Rama Ki Jai.
Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namane. Beautiful class, thank you. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prachadine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine. Where are the drummers? Oh, there they are. Somebody can move these cushions, thanks. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Brinda Jaya Shri Nitai, Nitai, Gaura Hari. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Gaura Nitai Nitai Gaura Chandra Haribo. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Prabhu Nityananda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Gaura Hari. Bolo Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Bolo Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Ha Nitai, 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 Nitai Gauranga. Nitai, 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 Nitai Gauranga. Jaya Sacinandana Gaura Hare. Jaya Sacinandana Gaura Hare. Bolo Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gauranga. Jai Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gauranga. Jaya Sacinandana Gaura Hare. Jaya Sacinandana Gaura Hare. Bolo Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Haribo, Bolo, Bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Haribo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo, loud, Krishna Krishna, Nitai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gaur Hare Mithai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nithai. Gaura. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo, bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nithai, Haribol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nithai Gaura. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Whoa! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Vivo! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gaura Hare. Whoa. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribo, Bolo. Hare Rama, Haribo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo. Bolo, everybody dance, everyone.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Dance, Haribo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Arms up in the air, everybody raise their hands. Everyone raise their hands. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Look at Gauratai, their arms are in the air. Everybody raise their hands. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Everyone raise your hands. Raise your hands. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bola Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Oh, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga.
Nitai Gauranga.
Nitai, 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 Nitai Gauranga. Nitai, 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 Nitai Gauranga. Nitai, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai, 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 Nitai Gauranga. Nitai, 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 Nitai Gauranga. Oh, Haribo, 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 go Haribo. Nitai, go Haribo, 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 go Haribo. Nitai, go Haribo, 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 Haribo. Nitai, go Haribo, 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 go Haribo. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Oh. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Everybody raise your hands in the air. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. You all go in the front, raise your hands. Nitai Gauranga, bolo, Nitai Gauranga. Jai Sachinandana Gaura Hare. Jai Sachinandana Gaura Hare.
Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari. Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari. Gaura 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 Hari. Nitai Gaura 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 Hari. Nitai, 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 Nitai Gauranga. Nitai, 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 Nitai Gauranga. Nityanandaram, Jaya Nityanandaram. Nityanandaram, Jaya Nityanandaram. Nityanandaram, Jaya Nityanandaram. Nityanandaram, Jaya Nityanandaram. Nityanandaram, Jaya Ekachakradam. Nityananda Ram Jaya Nityananda Ram. Nityananda Ram Jaya Nityananda Ram. Oh, Nityananda Ram Jaya Nityananda Ram. Nityananda Ram Jaya Nityananda Ram. Nityananda Ram Jaya Nityananda Ram. Oh, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Bolo. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hey Ram, oh Nityananda Ram Jai Nityananda Ram. Oh Nityananda Ram Jai Nityananda Ram. Oh Nitai Gauranga Jai Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga Jai Gaura Hare. Gaura 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 Hare. Gaura 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 Hare. Jai Sachinandana Gaura Hare. Patita Pavana Gaura Hare. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda. Oh Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Haribo, 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 Gaura Haribo. Janitai, Janitai go Haribo, 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 Gaura Haribo. Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaur, Haribo. Nitai Gaur, Haribo, 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 Haribo. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Astu Tarasata Shri Srimad. His Divine Loving Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki. ISKCON Vividipandharacharya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Astu Tarasata Shri Srimad. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Tarasata Shri Srimad Srila Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Tarasata Shri Srimad Srila Satchidananda Thakur Bhakti Vinod Ki. Sri Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Tarasata Shri Srimad Sri Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki. Shri Rup Sri Sanatan Bhatta Ragana Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasagana Sadgoshai Prabhu Ki. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki. Prem Se Gaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktavinda Ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Shri Jamuna Mai Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. The most holy, auspicious appearance day of Sri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Lord Shri Nityananda Ram Prabhu Ki. Lord Shri Nityananda Ram Prabhu Ki. Lord Shri Nityananda Ram Prabhu Ki. Go Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki.
Namaste Nara Singhaya. Namaste Nara Singhaya. Pralalada dadhajine. Pralalada dadhajine. Hiranyakashi Purvashaha. Hiranyakashi Purvashaha. Shilatankana kalaye, Shilatankana kalaye, Ito nishingo para, to nishingo, Ito nishingo para, to nishingo, Yato, yato, yamita, to nishingo, Yato, yato, yamita, to nishingo. Bahir nishingo, Ridaya nishingo, Bahir nishingo, Ridaya nishingo, Narasimhamadin saranam prapada, Narasimhamadin saranam prapada, Tavakara kamalaba renakam, Advuta singam, Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tano Bringam Kesavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Ho Tavakara Kamalabare Naka Nishinghade Abhinga Dalita Hiranyakasi Oh Tano Bringam Kesavadrita Narahare Rupa Jai Jagadisha Jai Nishinghade Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Tavakara Kamalabare Nakan Advuta Sringan Dalita Hiranjakashipu Tano Bringan Kesavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Tavakara Kamalabare Nakani Simhadeva Oh Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tano Bringam Kesavadrita Narahare Rupa Jai Jagadisha Jai Jagadish Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Kesavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Kesavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Jai Nisimhade Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Nisimhade Jai Nisimhade Nisimhade Jai Narasimhade Nisingade Jaya, Nasingade Jaya, Nasingade Jaya, Nasinga Jai Bhakta Prala, Bhakta Prala, Bhakta Prala Jaya, Bhakta Prala, Ho Jata Prala Jaya, Bhakta Prala Jaya, Bhakta Prala Jaya, Bhakta Prala. Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bol Nitai Gol, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Nitai Gol, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bol Nitai Gol, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Go Hari, Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhu, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Shri Nityananda Ram Prabhu ki, Shri Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.
Shri Radha Kalachandji ki. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki. Shri Panchatattva ki. Shri Nitai Gaura Chandra ki. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Mahaprasadam Govinde. Nava Brahmani Vaishnave. Svapapanya Vatan Rajan. Vishvasudavajayate. Sharirada Vijaja. Jyotendriyate Heka. Jive Vile Visaya Sagore. Paramede Divayate. Labhamoy Sudurmati. Tete Raksina Samsare. Krishna Maradoya Moy. Kori Bara Jiva Joy. Swaprasad Anade Loba. Say Anamrita Pao. Radha Krishna Guna Gao. Preme Dako Shri Chaitanya Nitai. Preme Dako Shri Chaitanya Nitai. Lord Nityananda Mahaprasadam ki jai. Where's the feast being served?
Served downstairs, we're eating upstairs.
Okay, served down in the normal Sunday feast prasadam, and we're going to take prasadam, honor prasadam up in the sanctuary. Haribol.
Thank you, Prabhu. That was good culture, you know.
Yeah, brought it from home.
sign.
Okay,
Will you
so let's go
upstairs?
sit upstairs.
Yeah, go sit upstairs.
Thank
Turn the mic on.